the time estimate. So this part is more important while drawing a network, while drawing a CPM network. Okay. So actually there are four different types of a time estimate. Earliest start time, we can call it as EST. Earliest finish time, EFT. Latest start time, LST. Latest finish time, LFT. Okay. So of course we are going to go in detail of all these four time. Okay. But in brief, I would like to give the introduction for the what is mean by the earliest and what is mean by the latest. Okay. So of course, for every project, a project manager does some planning of every event, planning of every activity. He's planning every activity to be completed within particular or within stipulated time period. Okay. So of course, uh, all these things, that is planning of a project, planning of every activity along with duration, is done before execution of an project. Okay. So that comes under earliest. That comes under the earliest. Okay. So this earliest start time and earliest finish time, these are the standard time, or these are the planned time defined by the project manager. Okay. That is before starting of a project. Okay. Now of course, every time uh, the things may not go smoothly. That is, uh, it, all the things may not happen along with its previous plan. Okay. There can be some hampering of in the project planning. There may be n number of reasons for hampering of that schedule time. Okay. There can be a lack of manpower, money, lack of uh, the different resources such as equipments. Okay. So if you are having a lacking in number of resources, there can be a lack of a, the so project may lack as per the previously defined or previously planned schedule. Okay. So it may lag. Okay. So of course these are the few technical reasons of lagging of a project. Along with it, there may be some another reasons like you can consider the natural hazards also. Okay. Right now, just you can consider example of corona. In so here, because of this corona pandemic, most of the things are getting hampered. Okay. So all the projects are slowed down. Okay. So this is the one of the reason. Okay. So there may be there may be such n number of reasons because of which the project may get hampered. Okay. So that the project may not run as per the previously planned time. Okay. So this that comes under the latest start time and latest finish time. Okay. So this comes under the after the execution of a project. So this earliest comes under before execution of the project. Okay. So this is the just brief idea regarding this time estimate. Okay. Now we will go in deep, that is we will consider this part. So let us start with the EST, earliest start time. Okay. So for this, just I will consider one network, just a part of a network actually. So this you can show this all four time estimate in a single diagram, that is a single network you can show. Okay. So how you can show that all four time? So here this circle represents an event. Here there is another circle, so that is another event. This arrow represents an activity. Arrow represents activity, circle represents event. Okay. So here I is the first event and J is the next event. Next event to the ith event. Okay. So you can call this I as a predecessor event of J event. You can call I event as predecessor event of J event. Or in another words, you can call J is successor event of ith event. Okay. So while showing this all these 4 time estimates, you can show like this. That is here I have written TEI. Okay, so just TEI means E stands for earliest. E stands for earliest. So T stands for time. I is the first event. Okay, so you can show TEI in this circle itself, or we can show this EST value over here. Okay, so TEI is nothing but the EST. Okay, earliest start time is nothing but TEI. Okay, these are the just notations. Okay, and EFT, that is early finish time, we can show over here, that is TEJ. Okay, so of course you can go by writing likewise. That is, you can make a circle. Okay, in that circle you can show the number of event and you can divide that circle and show on the upper side you can show the EST, and on lower side you can show LST. Likewise here you can show EFT. Likewise you can show here LFT. Okay, you can write by this way, or you can write directly. So this is ith event, just you can give the number to this event, and on top of this circle, that is on this top of circle, you can write here EST, and bottom of this circle you can write its LST. On top you can write EFT, on bottom you can write LFT. Likewise, in any manner you can go for writing these 4 durations. Okay, so of course these all the things we are required in the future while solving a problem regarding CPM. Okay, so now come to this part, that is what is mean by earliest start time. Okay, so it is the time at which activity can start. Okay, I already activity can start. Can means of course yet activity is not yet started. Okay, so just we are planning a time at which the activity may get started. Okay, so it is a planned time. It is a planned time. That's why it comes under EST. Okay, earliest here also is earliest. Okay, so earliest stands for the planned. Okay, so here earliest start time, that is at this time the project may get started, that event may get started. Okay, this event is getting started at this point. Okay, now so second point, that is it is the expected time. Expected means of course it is a planned. It is just our expectation that project may get started, may, so it is a expected time. Okay, it is a probability. It is carrying some probability. It is dependent upon some another n number of reasons. Okay, so what are the n number of reasons? I have discussed it previously. Okay, so this is the regarding EST. Now consider, so it is always associated with the tail of the activity. EST is associated with tail of the activity. So you can call, so this is an arrow represents activity. So here this is the tail of this arrow. You can call this as a head of this arrow. Okay, so always EST is dealing with tail of this activity. Okay, tail of this activity. It is EST is dealing with tail of the activity, and always it's to be written above this above this activity line. So this is the arrow represents the activity. So always EST is written above, and always it is written near to the tail. Okay, so this is the tail and this is the head. Okay, so again, how to find EST? How to find EST? To find EST value, we are required to apply forward pass method. We are required to find, we are required to apply forward pass method. Okay, what is that method? We'll come to this part later, but just now consider that to find EST, we have to apply forward pass method. Okay, now come to the EFT. Again, of course, it is a earliest means it is a planned, it is a expected time at which the activity may get ended, okay, may get finished. Okay, so of course it is having some probability, it is expected time. So always it is dealing with the head of the activity. It is dealing with head of the activity. Why? Of course, we are writing, this is EFT, early finish time. We are writing this EFT at the head of this activity, at the head of this activity. That's why we can call that this EFT is related with, or it is associated with head of the activity. Okay, so in simple words, what is EST and what is EFT? EST is the presumed time, or it is a planned time at which we might consider that that activity will started at this time. Okay, so suppose if I consider example of, just if I take an, okay, I consider an activity. So suppose if I take consider activity of the excavating. Okay, suppose we are going to start excavation from tomorrow. Okay, and suppose for that activity, for excavation activity, we are required 5 days. Okay, so EST here will be equal to 0. We are starting from tomorrow, means EST will be equal to directly 0. Okay, we are starting from 0. Of course, that here will be start time, so it will be 0. Next, suppose it is requiring, suppose EST is required, suppose 5 days are required for excavation, then what will be EFT? Finishing of that activity, for to finish that activity, the EFT will be 5. Okay, so after 5 days, this activity is going to be ended. After 5 days, the activity is going to be ended. Okay, so likewise you can find EST and EFT. So to find EST, we are required forward pass method. We'll come to this part later. And to find EFT, we can use this formula, that is EST plus duration. So here EST was, for consider example was, EST was 0 plus duration was 5. So ultimately EFT comes up to be 5. Okay, just simple by one example I'm explaining this part. Okay, so next consider LST and LFT. LST and LFT. Okay, so LST, L, that is the latest start time or latest finish time. It is the actual time. Okay, actually when the at actual when the that event or when that activity is going to be started, that time we are going to consider here actually at what time that event or that activity is getting finished, that we are going to consider, that is LFT. Okay, so of course previously I have given the n number of reasons, that because of that we are having some lag in the project. Okay, so there can be lag in a project because of n number of reasons. Okay, so due to lag in a project, the uh, the project may have to complete the same project, we may require extra time. Okay. Okay, so here the next part is the calculation of this LST and LFT. Okay, to calculate LST, this is the formula, that is LFT minus duration. LFT minus duration. Now the problem is how to find LFT. How to find LFT? To find LFT, we are required to apply backward pass method. We are required to apply backward pass method. What is that method? Again, we'll come to that part later, but just now consider that for LFT, we are required to apply backward pass method. Okay. So after getting LFT, we can get LST. Just you have to deduct duration from it. Okay. So always LFT is written to the near to the head. Okay. So LFT is written to the near to the head. So you can read here, that is LFT is associated with the head of the activity. It is the head of this activity, and this is the tail of the activity. Let us start time is associated with tail of the activity. Okay, and it is the actual time. Okay, actual performance or actual execution of a project. Actually, the project is getting completed at the latest finished time. At actual, the project is getting finished at the latest finished time. Okay, and it started at latest start time, that is it started at where you can find the start of this every activity by considering this formula, that is LST equals to LFT minus duration. So this is the duration. So if you deduct this duration from this LFT, you can get this LST. Okay. So again, just we'll consider what is meant by the forward pass and what is meant by the backward pass method. Okay. So before directly going for this forward pass and backward pass method, just we'll consider one network. So suppose just to consider this is the network composed of eight different events, 1 to 8. There are different events. This I am showing an activity. So A, B, C, D, these alphabets stands for the different activity. 2, 3, 7, 6, these are the numbers. Here is a 2, there is 4, 6, these are numbers, that is the duration. These are the duration required to complete that activity. So these are 2 days are required to complete A activity. Here 3 days are required to complete D activity. Okay, so now come to the forward pass and backward pass method. Okay, so I told that forward pass method is required to calculate EST, early start time. Forward pass method is used for to calculate early start time. Okay, so why the forward pass method is used for to calculate early start time? Because you know I told that E stands for, that is E earliest. It is the planned time, is a predefined time. Okay, at where before actual execution of a project, just we have planned some time at which that project may get started. Okay, that is just a one probability. Okay, So here, just if I consider this network, so if I want to find what is the total time required for this total project, that is from moving from 1 to 8. So we have to find, just we will add this all duration. Okay, so here A, B and C, these three activities are the parallel activity. You can start it simultaneously. Okay, A, B and C, these are the parallel activity. You can start it simultaneously. So here for 1 to 2 duration is 2, here duration is 7, here duration is 8. What it means? So out of these three, what is the maximum? Maximum is 8 duration. 8 days is the maximum out of these three. What it means? Suppose if you are going to start from 0, okay, you have to start from the first event, that is the at 0th time. Okay, so if you want to achieve the fourth event, so after 8 days, what will happen? After 8 days, of course, you are going to achieve fourth event, third event, as well as second event, because these three activities are the parallel activity. They are started simultaneously, and out of these three activity, this activity, that is 1 to 4 activity, that is the C activity, is having higher duration. It is having higher duration. Okay, so if you are expending higher duration time, that means you are achieving all these previous small activities, okay, is getting completed. So after 8 days, definitely you are going to complete this activity, C activity, B activity and A activity. Again, not only the A activity. So after completing, after 2 days, you can go for the D activity. Okay, for D activity, the time required is 3 days. 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, 3 plus 2 is 5. That means again it is less than this 8. Again is less than 8. That means again after so when at the eighth day, you are going to complete fourth, 3 and 5 activities, 5 event. At the eighth day, you are going to complete this C activity, B activity, A and D activity. Okay. So here I'm moving from left to right. Okay, because this is the initial start of the project and this is the end of the project. Okay, so now I'm going forward in this forward direction, from left to right. I will move. That is called as a forward direction move. Okay, that's why that is the forward pass method. Is the forward pass method. So always here we are moving from left to right. That is the forward pass method, and it is to be required, or it is applied to calculate EST, early start time. Okay, so what will be EST? What will be EST of this? Uh, so at first event, EST will be equal to 0. Just a minute. So for first event, at top you can write EST is 0. But what will be EST at this point? EST at this for second event will be the duration. The EST will be equal, here will be 2. Okay, so likewise you are going to find out the EST of every event. Okay, so now just will consider, of course, EST means it's the stage at the planning stage. So we are going from left to right, that is from start to end of a project. That is the earliest start time. Okay, and next I told that backward pass method. Backward pass method is used for finding out the L LFT. Backward pass method is used for to find LFT. Okay, so simple. L stands for the latest, and it's for the at actual execution. It stands for at actual execution. Okay, so suppose this project is getting completed. Okay, so project is getting completed. So at 8th event is getting completed. So after completion, again we'll go from 8th event to first event in backward direction. From 8th event to first event will go in a backward duration. That is, suppose this event is getting completed, then what is the time required to complete this event? Then if you are complete this event, then what is the time required to start, what is time required to start this event? Of course, suppose here we are having a 7, suppose here we are having latest finish time as 8, latest finish time as 8. Just for example, I am considering this numerical value. Suppose this 7th event is having latest finish time. It is the 7th event is getting finished at suppose 10 days. Okay, so when it must be started? It must be started 2 days before. It is getting finished at 10th day, means it must be started 2 days before. Okay, so here the duration is 2. So from LFT, if you minus the duration, you are getting start of